want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull off. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set, 180. Tight end right. Hey.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, alert.
From the 24, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? Wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
King.
Running for it, here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Mayfield on first down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Curtis Samuel, 73 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at the 20. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Tuck it and run. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Rudolph. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 27 yards there, a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
From the 50, it's Rudolph. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Rudolph Parker.
Wide, get wide.
Ready?
To throw again on second down. Rudolph. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Alpha.
Get the ball.
61, Matchbox Lights.
Back to the air, Rudolph. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Sheldrick Redwine with good coverage that time as he was there to knock it away.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And it's taken in at the 9. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Three down. Pistol.
On third down, Mayfield. Completes it to Samuel. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hurry!
From the gun, Mayfield. Able to get away. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They go with Chubb on second down, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They come out here in the eye.
Alert!
A toss play to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, son.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
At the 33-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Check.
Lucky.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's third down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down.
Watch one. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Exit. Here we go. Like one.
They are going for it. It's Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Set. 180. Check, punch set. Check, punch set. Hey, alert 33.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
Baby, let's go.
At their own
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Chance. Ready. Go.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rudolph going up top. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Johnson, the intended target. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Taking a shot for Samuel. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Curtis Samuel, 82 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
On the ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, here's Kamara. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now Taylor out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it, and he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Taylor. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Ready up. Nice number one. Push him back. Hey, Charlie. Here we go. When's the mic? Deep grip.
Throwing again on second down. Rudolph. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's third down. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
Watch out. X3, 218, chopper. Look at me, zipper. So Mike's number one. Check pass.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Watch one. Hey, wahoo! Mike, watch the screen. Shoot!
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 49.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Check. Fresno. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 49 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Johnson's got it complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Pittsburgh. Where's the mic? Watch one. Hey, Orbit. Mike one. Five.
From the 31, Rudolph. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
You're going to keep getting sacks.
And it's 3rd down.
Bravo.
3rd and long.
So nice number one. Watch the slant. Check. Hot route. Hot. Slam. Hey, Delta. Hit it.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Check 52. Hard. Get it.
Here we go on 4th, Rudolph. And that is going to be Incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 35 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
Caused all of it.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Go recon, 132 fighter.
Running with Kamara. And an alley to run. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there out of Kamara. 44 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Ready, set. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Here we go. Check 3. Pilot, 64, weak. Sponge. No.
They run it again with Kamara. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, we got 3 down. Watch twist. Look at me. Door. Ready.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. On the corner blitz that time, the sack goes to Denzel Ward. The Browns drive about to get started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
the amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Pistol. Oh, check three. Hurry. I got it.
Third and long for Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Go now. 10 Lobo.
Second and 9.
61. Matchbox. Hit it.
First carry for James Conner. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Watch one. Twist on travel. Joker. Clear.
And Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
One's the mic. Watch one. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Snap.
A give to Kamara running right.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. On the ground, Kamara. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Pittsburgh.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Again, it's counter. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Rudolph looking to throw it. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Check 9. Slam.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 10-yard line.
Let's go.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown.
Crash. Go. Ringo. Check. Yo, Cheetah. He's coming. Double up. X3. 218. Chopper. Flare.
Kamara trying again. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one
blitz coming, and down he goes. Myles Garrett, his 2nd sack of the night.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Yeah, maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal. This doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to...
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hurry!
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up second down.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Kamara trying the right side. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set.
Watch the screen. 80 weapon. Watch the screen. Watch the twist. Watch go.
Again, it's Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Yes. He's mine. Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one. Now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Cleveland, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.